You have known each other since the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will. All those late night talks that included someday and somehow, and all those moments unspoken of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are taking is a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
To my darling H, on my happiest day, you look absolutely gorgeous, but that's no surprise. You always look gorgeous. Your kindness, generosity, selflessness, and unlimited love for our pets, Duke and Stormy, are just a few of the countless reasons why I love you. You are the best person I know, with your unwavering morals, your fierce loyalty, and your infuriating ability to always be goddamn right. I promise to always put you first, to be there to hold you in our worst times and our best, to continue to make you laugh. You've made me the luckiest guy alive, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of our days continuing to build something very special. I'm so proud to be able to call you my wife. Not many people get to live out their dreams, but you, my darling, are helping me live mine. I love you dearly.
George, do you take Harriet here present to be your wife?
I do.
Will you love her, respect her, and stand by her throughout your life together?
I will. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, George, do take thee, Harriet, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Do you, Harriet, take George here present to be your husband?
I do.
Will you love him, respect him, and stand by him throughout your life together?
I will. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Harriet, do take thee, George, to be my lawful wedded husband.
You are now husband and wife. George, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, thank you all so much for coming and sharing this wonderful, wonderful occasion of the joining of George and Harriet. As Harriet's the first one of my little group of three, it was a toss-up, to be honest, between me or Dukey as to who actually walked her down the aisle. What she thought the safe bet with me was I probably wouldn't need a poo halfway down the aisle. Little does she know that at 67 years of age, mishaps can happen. So it was never going to be a sure bet, I can tell you.
As his younger brother, I've had a slightly different role to Natalie, Sam and Charlie in George's life. While they've shown him the way growing up, he's shown me. George's influence on my life goes well beyond the things that we've done together. When I was preparing for this speech, I found myself looking back through old photos and conversations, trying to piece together all the memories that we've shared over the years. And from all of this, what stood out to me the most is how George was always there when I needed it. There were moments at uni when life was bumpy, to say the least, and time and again, George was there, either checking in with a message, asking how my day was going, and of course, if I wanted to jump on COD. I can see now they were his way of making sure I always had an outlet, with some much needed comedic relief or a bit more rage, depending on how we were getting on that evening. George has always shown up, no fuss, without being asked, just there when it matters for the people he cares about.
Many of you may have heard that when Harriet rang me to say she had just got engaged, I was quite literally speechless. Harriet says angry. At first I was like, why God, why? How could you take her away from me? I told George he should have asked for my permission for her hand in marriage. I had been by her side literally since the day she was born, followed her up to the Midlands as I couldn't bear to be away from her, and now he was going to take her away from me again. I felt like a Netflix true crime drama might have been coming our way. However, once I calmed down, I remembered that George truly was the perfect match for Harriet. I put down the hammer, rope, and tarpaulin and came to realise that I wasn't losing a sister after all, and instead I was gaining a brother.
Harriet, I will always see you as my best friend, a woman who would never leave my side even though she doesn't have a choice. A woman who will always tell me the truth even if it's not what I want to hear, and most importantly, a woman who would never settle for less than she deserves to show her younger sister what life and love should look like. So from the moment we all met George, I think we knew that she would live the fairy tale life everybody dreams of, because let's be honest, she wouldn't accept anything less.
When George was moving up to Hagley, a number of years ago, being a home bird, being a family guy, sharing with Natalie about his feelings. Natalie said, well, how are you going to feel moving your family, moving away from them? And George just replied, home is wherever Harry is.
Whilst both unquestionably unique, we see you both complement and amplify the best in each other as a couple. It's only fitting that you're now husband and wife. We wish you all the happiness, the luck, and the time in the world together at the start of your marriage today.
At this point, I'm meant to offer some perhaps words of wisdom. A strong relationship is built on solid foundations of love, trust, understanding, and above all, possibly at times compromise. Consider all of these things in the good times and the bad times and the rough times. And if I had to say anything for you to grasp and take away today, it's always be kind to each other.